I-V-M.
I want to thank Intel for supporting our show. We're all loving working from home, but let's be honest, there are complications. For example, getting help from IT folks if your PC is down can be challenging because you can't just walk up to them anymore. Well, you'll be happy to hear that I have a solution for you, the Intel vPro platform. The platform comes packed with Intel Active Management technology that lets your IT teams remotely manage your systems and fix the problems without having to go to them. So it means more time getting your work done and less time spent on getting support. Visit intel.in/morewithvpro, that's VPRO, to discover how you can do more of what you want and less of what you don't. If you're listening on the IVM Podcast Android app, click the link that's visible to you now.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy, actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with mosquitoes. Did you know that mosquitoes behave differently when listening to dubstep? Now, dubstep is a kind of music. Some might choose to disagree, but that music debate we'll leave for later. So, when mosquitoes were listening to dubstep, they bit far less. They would land on the host and just sit there and not bite. What's more is that they even began to reproduce less. So, all of those who write into me asking, why do mosquitoes only bite me? Now you know what you need to do. Start listening to dubstep. But jokes aside, music has always had a very strong effect on animals. Cows were played music for 12 hours. And this was soft, soothing music. And the milk yield actually went up by 3%. That's almost 0.75 liters. And isn't that amazing? We are animals after all. So you can imagine the effect that music must have on us as well. And we need to learn how to use music well. Different kinds of music can affect our body in different ways. And for this reason, every single ancient culture has had music. Right from small tribals playing the drums to rudimentary wind instruments. And just think about how many hundreds of thousands of years music has existed for. Music was used to build you up for war, get the blood pumping, get that anger, that rage consuming your veins. Like how you would for an intense workout now. Music was also played for dance and bonding around a campfire in the evenings, like how we do at parties and dinners now. Music was used in ceremonies to introduce trance-like states, where the person had an out-of-body experience. And so many people experience this even now when they get lost in the music. It's so beautiful. So different music does different things to us. And we can use it to change our current reality and way of thinking. We can use it to put us in a different mood. Some music transports us to a happier time or a happier place. And we need to learn to explore the different genres of music and then learn to choose the right one for the right moment that we're in. So step one is to step outside our comfort zone and listen to different kinds of music. Unfortunately, very often we are limited to the music listened to by the people around us, like our parents, our friends, etc. But step two, what you do is you start making playlists based on your mood. As your habit coach, I want you to get into the habit of listening to music more often. Music that makes you feel happy and music that makes you feel safe. I talk to so many people each day telling me just how anxious they are, how they feel like they're drowning and struggling, how they feel sad, how the mood around the house is so low that they cannot function. And this is where music comes in. Make a playlist of your favorite happy songs, the songs that feel like an old friend to you, the friend you can hang out with all day. Now, as soon as you wake up, stretch and start that playlist. Do it while you brush your teeth or while you're in the loo or while you're making coffee. And if you're staying with people, use headphones. And if everyone likes the music they're listening to, play it loud. And try this for a week. Message me and tell me how you feel. Remember, use those songs that make you feel happy, dancey, stuff that you hum to and sing along to. So your simple habit starts by making a playlist. Then keep your headphones or speaker next to your phone at night so that when you wake up, you look at the speaker, the headphones, and then remember that that is your cue to play the playlist. Then just play the music. Shake your body, sing along, and let the music transport you somewhere else. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
I hope you enjoyed that show. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Intel, for coming back to us. We love our sponsors. If you'd like to be one of them, do reach out. So really cool week on the network this week, right? Started off with a bang. Abhijit Ganguly was on Cyrus Says. Funny comedian. I think you guys will enjoy that. We had Dimant Parekh on Advertising is Dead. Dimant's the founder of Better India. Govindraj Athiraj is also on Uncle Please Sit this week. That's a really fascinating show which they talk about fake news. On the Habit Coach, there was a crossover event with Aditi Surana from Absolutely Right. I think you definitely enjoyed that. And last but not least, definitely a show I'd love you all to check out. We have a new show called This Round Is On Me. It's hosted by Gauri Devi Dayal. If you remember, Gauri and I worked on a show together called The Kolaba Cartel a while ago. Fun show. If you haven't checked that out, do check that out. But this is a show where she's talking to a lot of different people in the food space. Her first guest is Harsh Mariwala, legend in his own time. I think you'll really enjoy that show. But with that, we hope to see you again next week.
Advertising is dead. Yep, you heard me right. Advertising is dead. We're all in the content business now. Let's not call it news, TV, radio, etc., etc. It's all content, and we're in the middle of this weirdly exciting phase where all the borders and lines that have been drawn over decades has been swept away by this lovely thing called the internet. We're a show where we don't dwell on just the stuff that is now, but rather the wider stuff about advertising, media, content, and the whole goddamn circus surrounding it. Tune in every Tuesday for our weekly unboxing of the mystery box we used to call advertising. I'm Varun Dugirala, co-founder and content chief at The Glitch, and this is my new podcast, Advertising is Dead.